Hello, everybody. Thank you so much to Ryan and Fish for joining us again for
Yay.
discussing this amazing new movie coming to Hallmark Movies and Mysteries on October 2, I think,
Yes,
which is Nikki and Nora, Sisters Lutz. Is the pronunciation right? I had like watched the video 1,000 times because I couldn't remember how this title is pronounced.
you're so cute. Honestly, Hunter and I too, we were talking about it. We were like, how do we feel about the word sleuth? Like Hunter was like, I think it reminds me of the word slug. I was like, kind of same. But I think it's you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it.
Okay, so tell us a bit, Rhiannon. What's the main element in this movie and in this character? Hunter is gonna play Nikki, and you are gonna play Nora. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
That
Crushing
fa-
it.
that fascinates you the most, and made you say yes to join
Yeah.
this amazing movie.
I think my favorite part about this is that, of course, Hallmark kind of follows like a recipe, and love is a big part of that Hallmark tradition. And this movie is still about love, but it's a love story between two sisters, which to me is like one of the most powerful, deepest loves that exists. Even just speaking for myself personally, my sister is my favorite person in the world. And don't bite me. Oh my God, you psychopath. Sorry.
Hello again.
Uh,
She's the
Go away.
superstar of our interviews.
Seriously. Go away. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's what really drew me to it. And of course I love men and I love working with them, but there's just something about like just the chemistry between women. And I'll often find like, or I'm finding the older I get, the more I'm just really resonating with females. And I just the idea that it was two badass girls just like solving crime together, I was like, absolutely sign me up. And then I've always wanted to be a twin. I'm not, but there's just been something to me that I thought was so compelling about twins. I think it's a connection that none of us will ever maybe be able to understand, of course, unless you are a twin. So I was really excited too by telling that story as well.
Yeah, and for all the fans that are looking forward to watch Nikki and Nora, what can you tease about their adventures and how would you describe this movie?
This movie is definitely a mystery, which I haven't ever done before. I know when I was reading the script, like with each page, I was like, I genuinely didn't know who the bad guy was. I will say there's a murder in it, as most, I mean, that's in the preview. Somebody dies. And I think what's really cool is that the audience, I hope, will follow along and see if they can figure it out before Nikki and Nora figure it out. And then it ends in a way where Hunter and I both read the script and we were like, oh my gosh, there has to be more. So I really, really hope that the audience feels the same way after finishing it.
I'm sure they will. And as you mentioned before, this is a story, a fun story, a story of mystery, but also a story of a family of two sisters that are discovering like their strength lies in
Yeah.
their difference. And
Yes.
what's been for you the biggest challenge in portraying this story, this sisterhood
Yeah.
and the character, Nora's character?
I have to say I didn't like so I absolutely am in love with Hunter King. Like she to me is like a soulmate. I think we are blessed with like meeting X amount of soulmates in our life, and I know that I've met one in Hunter. And so we shot the scenes, of course, out of order. And so a lot of the stuff we shot at the beginning was us like finally coming together and working together as a team. But then halfway through shooting, we had to go back and do the stuff where we're like really not getting along. And my character wants nothing to do with hers. And my character's honestly kind of, well, she's just really hurt, which she kind of takes out on Nikki. And I didn't like that. Like I said to Hunter and the directors we were doing it, I was like, I'm not having fun today. Like I don't like playing this way with Hunter. But as the director said, his name's Kevin Fair. He's a great director. He was like, this is the most important part of our story. Like if you don't tell the story of how and why they don't get along, it's not going to mean as much when they perhaps start to come together and work as a team.
Yes, and since we're talking about differences and similarities, where are you and Nora most similar, and where are you two most different in your opinion?
Well, we both share a very strong bond with Hunter or me. I think, I mean, I would actually like to be a lot more like Nora if I could be. Nora's really, she's really, really strong. And I mean, I think that's a blessing and a curse. Like she has so many walls up, which I don't personally feel I have. I don't want those walls. I don't think they serve anybody. But I think that she is like, she's more of a badass than I have ever been. You know, there's some scenes in the movie where she's like almost interrogating criminals. And I'm like, you couldn't pay me enough money in the world to be able to sit in a room with a criminal. I'm too scared. So I'd say we're more different than we are the same.
Yeah, I feel you because I probably feel the same with staying in the same room with a criminal. But I think it will be also fascinating in some way.
100% to see, because sometimes like I think your body enters like this fight or flight stage where it's like you have to be strong and you have to do it. So maybe we both be good at it. Hopefully we never find out.
Yeah. And since you mentioned your great friendship with Hunter, and how is it like for you to build this relationship, this sisterhood with her on set, and to film those scenes between Nikki and Nora with her?
I almost could cry thinking about how much I love her. She is like, there are not enough words to describe how much I love Hunter King. And it was really from the jump. Like, so we sat down, we had a chemistry read, and it was from that moment that I left that chemistry read and I went and I talked to my mom and I was like, I've met someone really special. I think this is going to be amazing. And sure enough, like we just hit it off like no other relationship I've ever had. We would, while we were shooting, we would like, because we were staying in a hotel, we would leave like presents at each other's door every night. And like if one of us had a bad day, I know there was a day where I thought I did terrible acting, and she that night came to my door and left me a bottle of wine and a rose, which is my favorite flower.
Oh,
I have like
that's
a
so cute.
4-page card from her written here. She gave me this. Like I'm obsessed with
Oh.
her. So it was a dream come true. And I'm literally like crossing every part of my body that the audience resonates with these characters. And it means that we can hopefully do more together, because it was by far the most incredible experience I've ever had on a set.
I wish you will do more of that.
Thank you.
And talking about the experience filming this movie, is there any particular anecdotes or episodes from the filming that you recall and you want to share with us?
Yeah, for sure. I think there were so many, which is really unprofessional, but there was a lot of times where Hunter and I just couldn't stop laughing. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. So when it's on Hunter's coverage, like if you look at me, I'm sure you will see that I'm going like like just trying to hold in a laugh. Even in the preview where there's like a dead body on the ground and Hunter and I are kind of looking at each other, we were both dying laughing, and it was so unprofessional. Like all the crew was like, you get it together. The director was annoyed, but we couldn't stop laughing. So in that, we're not actually even we're supposed to look at each other, but we weren't. We have our heads up and we're both like looking in different directions, because I just really, I will be very curious to see if any of that is in the film. I would pay a lot of money to see a blooper reel, because most of it was just us just trying to make it through the dialogue without laughing at each other.
Yeah, and we will tell you when we watch the
Yes.
film if anything
Yeah,
will be included in that. And
yeah.
I'm sure that this will, of course, like give a very positive vibe to the audience in
I
the film.
hope so, because I think I can kind of tell if I watch something. I'm like, it's often characters like man and woman, where I'm like, ooh, there's something like chemistry going on here, and I think the audience is going to see that and want to see more of it. Hopefully, with Hunter and myself.
Absolutely. And a little fun fact: did you take any prop or piece of costume from the movie to remember this experience?
I have cat hair in my mouth. Sorry. I have, I mean, everything Hunter gave me. I also have like the rose she gave me. I mean, I sound like a stalker, but like
No.
I have, she gave the rose she gave me. I dried it out and it's sitting at my front door. Those are all the things I kept. We also got really cool Nikki and Nora like sweaters. That bottle of wine behind me, that's from Hunter. Like, I mean, there's so many things from here that or from the movie that I kept.
That's beautiful. And our final question, that's our typical fun question that we ask to the people we're interviewing, of which is, if you had the chance to play another character in the movie apart from Nora, which one would you play? Would you like to play, and why?
I would like to play the murderer. I won't say who it is, but that's who I would like to play.
Interesting. It will be interesting to find out more about this murder.
Excited. I can't wait for you to see it. I really hope you like it.
Yeah. And that's all for us. Thank you so much, Rhiannon, for joining us. Let's remind people that Nikki and Nora, Sister Sleuths, comes out next October 2 on Hallmark Mysteries, Movies and Mysteries. I'm sorry.
You're so fun. You're adorable. I love you.
And,
thank you.
And let's tune in and let's watch this amazing movie.
Yay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.